This was my first attempt at the 6-day crochet star blanket, and little spoiler, it didn't take me 6 days. I started off pretty strong, confident that this was going to be a very quick project, but I kind of underestimated it because I've never finished a blanket before. I normally stick to shorter projects, stuff that you can work up really fast, but this is very similar to like a granny square. So like I said, I thought I had it in the bag. So my first issue with starting this pattern is using a wooden hook. I don't know why I decided to do this. I mean, it was the only 6mm that I had, and I had to wait to go to the store to get another hook. So yeah, if you guys end up doing this star blanket, don't use a wooden hook. But yeah, if you guys want to make this with me, I'll link the pattern below. It's free and it's pretty easy to understand, and she also has a few videos that help. And I switched my wooden hook out for another hook that I found in my stash, and this one worked better, but I still felt like I was moving a little slow. And I'm not exactly sure what day this was, but I finally got the right hook and everything was up from here. Well, basically up until I ran out of yarn, so I had to go to the store to buy some more, and then I grabbed some other random yarn, and then it was back to working on the blanket. And since this pattern is so easy, you kind of don't even have to look, so I was watching TV or something. But yeah, sadly still to this day, this is probably like day 11 by now, I still have not finished the blanket. It's pretty big, but I just want it to be a little bit bigger so it can actually fully wrap around me. And I do think this pattern can be finished in 6 days, but I wasn't able to consistently work on it. So yeah, since I didn't finish it in this video, look out for a short or something for the final project. I'm on my last skein right now. And then on to the next project for some cute fall decoration. I decided to make another garland. I made a leaf garland a long time ago, but I didn't bring it back out this year. Still have mine up from spring. But yeah, since I was following another pattern, I decided to make this kind of like more of a freestyle. So I'll throw up some patterns for leaves on the screen, but also I'll link some more down below to help you guys out. I like to use hot glue a lot of times instead of sewing the pieces on because it's more time consuming, and I kind of just wanted to finish this project this day. So I got my placement together and then I plugged in my hot glue gun. And for the bottom, so it didn't look so bare and plain, I added some bows. Also have a bow tutorial if you guys need it, but it's basically a chain of like 50 or however many you want, and then you literally just tie it into a bow. So here's how I tie mine. And once you get the general shape, you can just play around with it, twist it, so you can basically form it into exactly how you want it to look. And I tend to leave one of my tails longer than the other. Now for all the loose strings, don't snip exactly by the knot. I make sure to leave a little bit of the yarn at the end, and then I like fan it out with my scissors. But for the stem of the leaves, I like to like pull it tight and cut it pretty close, but not exactly on the knot. I take the side of the glue gun and kind of just flatten that yarn down, so that it's probably just a little bit more unlikely to unravel. And then even with all this customization, I still felt like it was missing something, and that's just how I am with freestyling. Like, I always feel like I need to add more. So I chained up about 40 for this. And each stitch gets 2 single crochets, so that's about 80 in total, or like, I don't know, 78? No, yeah, you skipped the first stitch, so yeah, I believe about 78 stitches. And the piece naturally winds up, so I did that on both sides. And make sure you guys are not throwing away your scrap yarn, because you can always use it for other pieces. But for the longer ones, I did something similar. I think I chained about 50. And I did single crochet increases in the first 6 stitches. And then I slip stitch in the next 2 stitches and fastened off. So for the last little thing that I did, I decided to make a granny square pouch because I had these 2 pumpkin squares just sitting around and I wasn't doing anything with them. So I grabbed some yarn and I attached it to the side of the granny squares, and I just sewed them together with the whip stitch all the way around, leaving an opening at the top to create the little pouch. You can also spice this up a little bit and add a lining in it or do whatever you want, but since I'm just making it a pouch for my bag, I kind of didn't want to add a lining to it because that would give it a little bit too much structure. So without the lining, I could add more stuff inside. And you can create that with literally any granny square. So that pattern was very simple, easy, fast to work up. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and make sure you stay tuned for more fall videos.